Holy smokes, huh? Holy smokes, huh? Okay, we're ready. That's me. Okay. So we're going to call the meeting to order at 6:32. I'm going to make mistakes. I haven't done this in 10 months, so we're just gonna guide me as I go if we need to. So let's start off with the Pledge of Allegiance. You can stand. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Do roll call.
Okay, roll call. Commissioner Montoya. Commissioner Rodriguez
Present.
and Chair Graziano. Okay, the verification of the agenda posting. The agenda was posted last night as a special meeting, a 24-hour notice at the City of Hollister Parks and Rec Community Center, and also here at City Hall, and as well as online on the city website per government code 54956.
Okay. This is awkward. So we're going to make a motion to approve the minutes from June 28th. Did they receive the minutes? Okay, so can I have a motion to approve the minutes for June 28th, 2022?
So you can, if you maybe give them a few minutes to read
Read 'em?
them,
Okay,
or
would
you,
you guys like to review them?
or you could continue the approval of the minutes to the next meeting. So those are two options.
What's your comfort level? Because I'm in.
I can't really in good faith like approve I
would
haven't
think
seen
so.
the minutes, so.
Okay, I think we're gonna move that approval of the June 28, 2022 minutes to the next meeting. Do I have to have a motion for that? No? We're just moving them?
Yeah, I would ask for a motion, or it sounded like you made a motion, so you
I
could
made a
ask for a
motion.
second and
Can I have
then.
a second?
I'll go ahead and second that motion.
Okay, all those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? No. No one. I'm saying yay, not no. Okay. How about public comment on all agenda items?
I do have a public comment, but it's not on all, it is not on the agenda. I thought that was for public comment. Right?
So because it's a special meeting, you don't have to allow public comment on items not on the agenda, but you may. So it's really at your discretion whether or not you want to hear the public comment, because you said it's something not on the agenda. Okay.
I believe because we haven't had a meeting in so long that we would absolutely allow all comments.
I'm sorry if I apologize now for your last name, Drummond Buchenroth from San Juan Bautista. If you could. No. If you can go to the podium.
All right. Good evening, everybody. I'm Drummond. I just moved to San Juan Bautista recently. I've been working in Hollister for a few years now, but one thing I kind of wanted to touch on is the skate park that we've got here. It's great to have, but it looks like it needs a little love. So I don't know where the forum is or the theater to address like some suggestions for changes or upgrades to the existing skate park. There's a couple spots that would benefit from maybe putting in some more coping just to keep ledges from getting chewed up more than they are. there is a fair amount of like the paved section that there's a lot of potential there. I just don't know logistically or, setbacks, all the rules, what you can and can't do there. So kind of curious about that. And, that's kind of all I've really got. It just needs some love. I think it's a
There's
great,
no water faucet.
well, there is one. It's a little rough.
Okay. I saw that on social media.
It
Okay,
looks a little rough, hanging on by a thread.
okay.
So yeah, just because I'm, been meeting a lot of good guys out there that are skating, older guys and kids, and I think it's a great resource, and kind of just want to see some improvement. If there's anything I can do to help, I work at a local company. We do a day of caring. So if there's any sort of like volunteer effort that we could do, even if it's just chasing around a paint roller or, cleaning up one day, we'd be able to get some people out there for it. So, and that's really all I've got on this one. But
Okay.
yeah.
Thank you. I think, pardon me, we have one more? Okay,
Did you want to comment on the skip?
well,
Because it's not on the agenda, you can't necessarily discuss. You can certainly comment as Chair or Commissioner Montoya did, but you don't want to engage in discussion. You could, by consensus, so two out of three of you direct staff to bring back more information or bring you something back to discuss the next meeting if that was your
absolutely, we
will.
can do that. Just bring it back to discuss the next meeting.
I was gonna ask, can we put something like the skate park on an agenda item? So that way, I'm sorry, what was your name?
Drummond,
Drummond? Maybe, so we can put something on the agenda item and then maybe you can gather, some people who feel just as strongly or that benefit from the skate park, and they can also put in their, recommendations, concerns, things like that.
all right. Can we have another comment?
I have Charlie Parker of Hollister.
Good evening. Yeah, this is Charlie from Hollister. I'm here to bring up the idea that we need to have a kind of modern performing arts center for our youth. I know it's been an idea that's been kicked around a bunch. A lot of details on how to make it happen, how to fund it, long term, et cetera. But there's just so much talent in this town. There's so many different groups that are struggling to find permanent spaces to perform. And, as we're growing our town and trying to not just provide new housing, but we need really good quality of life. It's a really important issue. So there's my wife and I, Dana, we've been kind of grabbing a bunch of different folks that are all interested in, putting the work and effort to help, augment whatever the city and county are doing as well. So we just wanted to bring it up in this forum, let you know there's a lot of interest in town, and we think it's something that should be a priority. So that's it.
Okay. That's probably for discussion later, but I can't remember if there's something on is there not a stage on something? I'll look and see what I see. Thank you. I think that is also something that we could talk about moving forward next time. Okay. And then I'll look. There's something I'll look for. I'm gonna push your little button.
Sorry. In the past years, way back, we used to have performance in the park, music. And then at one time we had the movies downtown on the main street. And that gives the people something to do, especially when you have kids. So me living in San Diego at one time, it's so beautiful when you can just take off and hear free music in the park or free music at the beach. And we don't have that here, but
We
I
do.
think,
We do. We just had a music in the park on Thursday of last week, and we'll have another one next week, the following week.
so how is the publicity done? I mean, I don't watch TV that much, the local none. And so I only, if I hook up on link, this is how I know things. Other than
Commissioner
that, I,
Commissioner
hear-
Montoya. You do have to keep your comments to only those items on the agenda.
okay,
There is a time at the end of the meeting for commissioner comments where you can just kind of
okay.
freely speak.
Okay, so then you can stop me when I'm asking stuff because this is my first time.
You're certainly allowed to ask questions. So you can ask staff questions about items on the agenda. And then at the end, during your commissioner comments, you can also just freely speak about anything within the subject matter jurisdiction of the Parks and Recreation Commission. And then ask if there is something you want to hear more about at the next meeting, you can ask the staff to bring that information back.
Yeah, because I think I need a little training
Oh, yeah, yeah.
that is a little more professional in this.
Oh,
part
yeah. No,
that
no,
I
there's,
get enough
there's a
context.
lot of
Fine.
rules.
So it's good to know because I mean, I'm always like curious, well,
Yes.
being
We're-
an old timer.
We're
I do
happy
have-
you're here.
Yeah.
We'll figure it
Yeah.
out together.
Okay, I'm
We'll
gonna
figure
be
it
like
out. We'll help you
Yes.
through it.
Going back
Yes.
and forth. Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, so we're gonna move forward and we're gonna go on to old business. And item 1, receive a presentation on the Prop 68 Dunn Park Grant Project.
So we have some updates right here for our Prop 68 Dump Park Grant Project. We have a construction manager that we're working with, and right now we're reviewing some RFQs that were submitted, and hopefully on our September 18th meeting, we'll have a decision by City Council to approve the construction company that we're going to use to build that park.
Nice. Thank you.
Dunn Park, we're gonna renovate Dunn Park Clubhouse.
Okay. Oh, and the roof. Okay. Right on. Perfect. Okay, item number 2 is receive a presentation on the Prop 68 Round 4 SPP Grant Fire Station number 2 update.
So kind of the same thing with this one is we're working with construction manager. Their name is Banner. And what they're doing is we're also reviewing the RFQs that we've received from 2 companies. So once we decide what companies we're going to decide to go with, we'll make that decision to go to City Council and ask for their approval.
Okay, so with this grant, we have to start the building or the process, am I correct? And when
Correct.
is the cutoff for that?
I think 2024.
2028. They
2028.
extended it due to COVID.
Okay,
Yeah, so
okay.
it was extended out. Yes.
All right, because I
So
was
June
like,
2028, yeah. If I can add, so this project is the new park that will be built next to Fire Station 2, just for our new commissioners that are here. And with that, we do have a design. But due to the time that we presented it to the state and we are awarded the money, supplies have gone up. So there's going to be a request for an amendment, but there are some impact fees that we can use. So we'll be able to, add a little bit, but not too much. We do have to stick with the scope of work that we presented to
Mhm.
the state and the grant. However, it doesn't have to be exactly to the plan that we presented. So we asked for a dog park and a pickleball court and a whole bunch of other type of amenities that were out there. We have to stay with that. those type of amenities, but we can move them however we want. We can redesign it. And I know we haven't met in a very long time. And throughout that time, there was an addition to some land that the city has that we will include in the development of the park. So that is just adjacent to the west side of the fire station. It was, do you recall the fire garden of some sort? It was just a small area. So that dirt lot will expand out towards the west side of the park, out that way. Right now, there's a kiosk board there that we've
See it.
posted banners.
Yeah,
Yes, so we'll develop that area.
okay. Does everyone know it's on the corner of Union and 25? That's where it's at. That's where Fire Station 2 is. And there is a banner there that talks about the events that go on for Parks and Rec. If you're stuck there at a light, I guess. Okay, perfect. Thank you. How about item number 3, receive a presentation on various parks and recreation capital improvement projects. Item 1A, Hollister Community Center.
It's my turn, I guess he's pointing. I'll give this update. The Hollister Community Center last year received some improvements in the kitchen. And this year we were presented by a private group that would like to help out with some renovations at the Hollister Community Center. The Hollister Community Center is also the home to Joven San Antonio, where our senior, not our, but the community senior program runs out of. So this private group is going to come in and renovate kind of the interior of the building. Cosmetics mainly, just changing out some doors, painting, removing the rug, just different type of upgrades, and then of course paint the exterior. And the city is responsible for improvements in the restrooms. So it's kind of a split grant, they'll pay certain, do certain upgrades, and then we will also include it. And in that, I'm sure Christine, you've been with Commissioner Graziano, you've been with us for a long time. And those chairs and tables that have been at the community center have been there since 1980s. So we will also get brand new, chairs and I know. So that is the update on the community center. Vista Park Hill, Chair Graziano, you were part of this process. We applied for a grant with the Junior Giants community, and we were awarded a 50% grant. So the city is contributed 50,000, and Junior Giants has contributed 50,000. So a project could have $100,000 combined, and we are renovating the softball, baseball fields up there. We haven't taken pictures in a while, but we were updating the community for a little bit. So that finish of that project will happen in the next 2 weeks. However, we will do the rededication of the field on September 22nd at 11 a.m. We have invited Calaveras School. They were asking for 2nd and 3rd graders. So we were working with Calaveras, and they'll walk up there, kind of celebrate and have a little, festival. On the council's agenda for September 5th, we have asked to name the field after Anthony
Disclafani.
Oh. So his nickname is Disco. So hopefully, I didn't put it on your agenda because it wasn't, we didn't know if we were gonna have a meeting. So that is the update for Vista Park Hill.
We
Yes.
actually do have
Sir.
a presentation about that under new business. The very bottom. Number 2.
Okay, we'll talk about it then.
Oh.
And then Dunn Park. Dunn Park, the pickleball tennis courts were in really bad shape. We checked in to see how we can either resurface or put a modular surfacing on there. Adding some flooring is very expensive. It's around $275,000 just to renovate the courts. It's around 36,000. So that's going to be presented to council at the September 5th meeting, and then they'll make a decision at that point.
Wow, okay.
Jennifer, can I comment and say, usually it comes before our Parks and Recreation Commission. And if you guys have, whatever your recommendation is, we send it, we let our council know. But because we didn't know if there was going to be a quorum or
Sure.
not, we had to write the report and send it
Sure.
off. But as we move forward, it will be brought to you and you guys will make a recommendation.
Okay. Now we're all the way to item 4, receive a presentation on the name of various parks and recreation facilities.
I can do that one. So the Buzz and Irene Hart Memorial Park. This was just kind of recently passed, I believe in April, at the city council meeting. So we ordered some signs and they were installed. Paul, if you can bring up, I don't know, did you get the images that were on there? We took some pictures of the newly installed signs at the various parks.
Oh, yeah. I've seen them.
You can put those up there, please. Yeah, that's it right there. Actually, that one right there is the one that Tina was talking about at Dunn Park. If you slide all the way down, go down on that same PDF. If you keep going down. Are they individual? Oh, there you go. That's some of the improvements that they did at Dunn Park. That's the one that they did at the Pauline Valdivia Memorial Community Center, which used to be the Hollister Community Center, Hollister Recreation Community Center. This is one that we did at Apricot Park.
Yeah.
That's off of Summer Drive, and then that's the Buzz Irene Hart Memorial Park. So that was installed on August 14th, 2023. And what could go on to the next one, B, the rededication will be on August 31st, 2023 at 11:30 a.m. Carol Hart, who was the one that submitted
Mhm.
the application to rename the park, kind of requested it to be on this date. She wasn't so sure if she can have, she's going to have some family members attend. So it was kind of like last minute where she decided on the date, but August 31st, which is on Thursday, 11:30 a.m. We're going to be at Buzz and Irene Hart Memorial Park, which is located on Shearwater Drive. It's in the Allendale development, kind of in back of Park Hill. If you guys know where that's at, you guys are
It
invited.
overlooks the cemetery.
The
just
park
that.
is kind of more like on the lower side, but if you go up more up on the hill, yeah, at the very top of the hill, it does kind of overlook.
No,
Um,
I'm just trying to give it to her how you see it.
So at the Allendale community, there's two parks. One is on top of the hill where it does oversee the cemetery, and then
Mhm.
the other one is on Shearwater, which is on the bottom. It's more of a top
Okay.
park. And Buzz and Irene Hart, that is on Shearwater. So
Shearwater, okay.
it's the top park.
Okay.
Mhm.
yeah, so this one right here that we're talking about is the lower park. So yeah, if you guys are available to attend, you guys are welcome to go. We are gonna do a little small kind of ribbon cutting ceremony. Nothing too big. She didn't want it to be something, major, but something nice that I think, we can give back to her. It took her like 4 years to get this passed. So I've been working with her for like the past 2 years to try to get this approved.
Mhm.
we actually had never met, but we've always talked on the phone and emailed, but it's going to be exciting to finally get to meet her and show her this sign that's probably going to be up there forever, a memorial to her family. So we're excited.
Thank you.
If I can comment very quickly, this project right here also goes before the Parks and Recreation Commission. And anytime a community member or anyone, a group would like to name a park, our Parks and Recreation Commission it will approve it, and then the recommendation goes to the city council, who makes the final decision. And these projects, like Armando said, and Commissioner Graziano can attest to it, it was a 4-year project for this.
Yes.
We went in and then we had to redact some of the policy, and we came back and then it was finally approved for Buzz and Irene. Apricot is just the area, so it's Apricot Park, and then Pauline Valdivia also.
There's an outline on how to present and a form to fill out if anyone does approach you.
At our Parks and Recreation office, we can provide that information to our commissioners, and it's we'll check to see if it's online.
I think it's online.
I
I
thought so
have it,
too.
but I don't know if I have it because it was mailed to me, but I think it's online.
Yeah, if you guys want it, you guys can email me.
Okay. There we
Or I
go.
can send it to you guys also in a PDF, so you guys can always have it also.
All right. Let's move on to new business. And we're at item 1, provide a recommendation to the city council regarding the name of the existing baseball softball field at Vista Hill Park.
Okay, so the recommendation that the Parks and Rec Department is recommending is that the park be named after Anthony DeSclafani, which would be the Anthony DeSclafani Junior Giants Field. The Junior Giants did donate those $50,000 towards that field, and they told us that the contributor was the pitcher, Anthony DeSclafani. So we think it only kind of it serves kind of right if we kind of name the park after him, just because he did donate that money for our community, which is the Junior Giants players, and then anybody else that goes up there and plays on that field. So if you guys would like to, if you guys you have a comment on this?
You
I can
can,
make a motion. Is that how we do?
Or do we have public comment first, or can we make the motions?
you can open it up for public comment. On this agenda, the public comment was all at the beginning.
Okay.
If you want to open it up again, you can. It's up to the chairperson's discretion. Or you can make a motion and move forward.
Because we have 2 public, let's open it up for public comment. Right? I'm with you. Yeah,
Okay, so.
okay, so I guess that was our comment. Okay, so I can make a motion?
You can. make
Okay,
them.
all right, so I make a motion to approve the name of the baseball softball field at Vista Hill Park to Anthony DeSclafani. Ooh, you think I could pronounce that Italian? DeSclafani Junior Giants Field.
I'll second that.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Okay, motion passes. We're gonna have a Giants park. I'd like to say I personally donated to the Junior Giants many times, so I'm feeling pretty happy. Anyhow, okay, so yay, moving on. We have,
We can go to number 2.
yeah, receive a presentation on the ribbon cutting ceremony for field inauguration Friday, September 22nd. I'm
Yeah,
inventing
so
dates.
Kind of going back to what Tina was talking about earlier. We have discussed that this day is going to be the day we're going to do the field inauguration. The time is going to be around 11:30. So we're still kind of trying to confirm on that to make sure exactly what time, but it's gonna be around those times.
Okay.
They did ask to have around 30 to 40 kids there from a local school. So Calaveras is open to it. So hopefully we can get a little field trip kind of going. And the Junior Giants is gonna provide funding for like ballpark food. There's hot dogs or hamburgers. So unless you guys know anybody that wants to cook some hot dogs and hamburgers, let us know. We have the health permit.
Oh, you do have the help?
Yeah,
A
we have
group. Yeah, we're
or
looking
a
for,
group. If not, I'll be the one cooking.
are you
but I
Rotary
could
members?
No, but I know somebody. I'll ask around.
Let us know.
Okay.
But yeah, so they'll cook the food, hamburgers or hot dogs or just hot dogs, whatever's easiest. And we'll have some activities up there for the kids. It should last about maybe an hour, hour and a half max.
Okay.
Yeah, I went up there today and they had already they installed maybe about 30 feet of new sod around the park. And then the rest of the outfield is reseeded. So hopefully in these next couple of weeks, some grass will start going up there.
Oh, that's awesome.
It looks really nice.
We even have colored cement, you guys.
Wow.
Giants colors, of course.
Yay, I'm so excited. Okay, moving on. Item 3, receive an apricot park update.
Can do that one as well. The sign, we'll go to A, the sign was installed. That picture that Paul showed earlier with Apricot Park sign that was also installed on the same day, August 14th. We are gonna remove the tire shredding from that park and install some rubber tiles to kind of make it an inclusive playground. We are gathering some quotes right now. It is a little tricky just because of the dimension of the park. It's kind of like a football shape. So just getting those quotes has been kind of lagging a little bit. The companies are asking for a lot of specific questions. So hopefully we get those quotes in and we can get that park kind of an ADA accessible to our community.
What water is that?
You can have it. What?
I'm gonna. Thank you. I'm not sick. So.
I do have comments unless I save those
Yes.
until
We're almost there and we get to make comment.
on the, okay.
Yes. Item number 4 is receive a presentation of the renaming of Hollister Community Center. Please.
Yes, in May of 2023, we dedicated the Hollister Community Center to Pauline Valdivia, and we named it the Pauline Valdivia Memorial Community Center. Pauline was the executive director for Joven San Antonio. She served on our council for 4 terms, I think. 4 terms. So she was a big part of our community. And then we dedicated it. It was a great outcome. A lot of her seniors that appreciate her were there. So we did install this sign and we have a plaque on the entrance to the community center on the right-hand side to dedicate it to Pauline. Yeah.
Very nice. Awesome. Okay, thank you. Now we're gonna go to commissioner comments.
It was just kind of, and this may be like another agenda item that we put on there, but I do know that, so I used to work in special education. So I do understand like the importance of inclusivity, having things that are ADA accessible. But I also do know, I guess this is a question for funding future parks. I know it can be very expensive to retrofit these parks. So my question, and like I said, this is something we'll probably have to table for another time, is what is our like current impact fee for parks for every development? And secondly, has our impact fee reflected inclusive language? So that way maybe, or and if that makes sense, we'll we have like a park impact fee, but then another portion of that or another component to that is also making parks accessible. So I guess that's my question is, when's the last time we updated our Parks and Recs impact fee? And does that include inclusive language so we can possibly get more money for retrofitting?
You can answer that question, just as long as the commission doesn't like enter into a discussion on the topic, if you know the answer.
As far as I know, our park impact, they're not impact fees, they're park dedication fees, from what I understand.
I'm only jumping in because I just happened to recently read the impact fee report, which I do believe is on the city's website, although I'm not 100% sure. So that's available for anyone to read. And so I don't know the details included in the report, but I do know that it is a publicly available document that you can probably access. And I thought it was an impact fee, but I could also, I'm not
Well,
sure.
Okay, we'll confirm with that. But the direction we received from council is a new park developments, or when we upgrade our parks, is for the accessibility, inclusivity of parks, of allowing all parks to be accessible. So that is the direction we
And we've
received,
been,
but it's not written anywhere.
no, and we have been going in that direction
Yes.
in the last 3 or 4 years
Mhm.
that I've watched, and we've been upgrading and doing good things. for parks.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I'll trust your discretion on that. And like, I was just wanted to beg or ask those questions just to see, because like I said, special education is one of my backgrounds. So thank you.
Absolutely. Did you have a comment?
No, I'm just gonna learn a lot here.
Okay. I can make a comment.
Okay.
So we do have music in the park.
Okay, good.
We do, we also, what was the other thing you had mentioned? Because we
What
do,
part do you
we
have?
do
The
movies
dump
in the park.
part? The dump part?
So the music moves from Dunn Park to McCarthy Park, back and forth. McCarthy Park is behind Lucky's. Got a lot of parking over
Oh,
there.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, and
Did not know that. See?
yes, and that and so I think when movies end, then music starts. So we have a couple
Can
of,
we, I mean, like, could I get a flyer and then make more to pass in my
I
neighborhood?
think now that you're on the commission, they're gonna send you one. 'cause-
Okay,
yeah,
because that's how we
yes.
can pass the word,
And
and
you could share it with,
one flyer can
yes,
go all over the place, you just have to.
yeah, definitely.
Do you have
Okay.
Facebook, Commissioner Montoya?
I mean, yeah, I like leaflets and I'd like to pass the word.
Nice. Okay,
I'm gonna add you tonight then as a friend.
super. Okay, so let's go on to, oh, are we done with comments? Let's move on to reports. Recreation program review. Somebody just asked me this, so I'm listening.
So coming up here, so recreation right now, we are currently in our second week of soccer, the youth sports. We currently have about 240 children signed up from ages 5 all the way to 14. This weekend, we are taking a break because of Labor Day weekend. But we are doing a yard sale this weekend, the
Oh, there you
community
go.
yard sale. So that's another event that we're kind of doing. It's our third one. We've had 2 so far and they're pretty successful. This third one that we're doing, we are gonna have like a special guest, which is Hollister, I think, Coffee in Cars. So there's like classic cars. There is a street closure. They are gonna be parked on 7th Street right here, right next to Dunn Park. So we'll have the community art sale going, we'll have food vendors, and we'll have coffee and cars. And I believe that begins at 8 a.m. 8 a.m. all the way to like 1 p.m. So fingers crossed we'll be out of there by 2. But the community loves that, you know.
They do. How
they've-
much is the space for,
I believe $20.
is it too late for anyone?
No, so you guys have until Friday to sign up. We've have heard people make up to like $500, you know, with other knickknacks and stuff, you know. So there's a lot of, you know, a lot of things going on there. And we do have some restrictions though to certain things you could sell. But if you would like to become a vendor, just go by the community center, pick up an application, or you can also do it online as well. We do have a section online on our City of Hollister our web track that we use. So you can download that application and then you can sign up that way also. Another thing, so we've been having our concerts in the parks. Our next one is next Thursday, September 7th. We are going to have a kind of local reggae band. Name is Dub Soldier. And then we also have food vendors out there. We have music. Everything's free. And then we also invite jelly balls. So if the kids like to have fun with that, they kind of, you know, get entertained with that. And then we have yard games. So it's a good time for the community. And then we also have the Ale House out there, you know, sponsoring some, you know,
Beverages.
beverages. So yeah, it's been a good summer. You know, we went through Junior Giants. We had over 670 kids out there. We had all our sports, our special events, our movies in the parks. Those were really successful too. And then coming up here, we got basketball registrations, and that should start right after soccer ends. So like in October, first week of October, we'll start soccer. Adults. Oh yeah, I forgot about our adults. We just finished spring softball maybe like 3 weeks ago, and now we started our co-ed softball league. Pretty successful. We got around like 26 teams, I believe, that are signed up
Wow.
for that. Softball is really big here in our community. So our softball events, those go Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and Thursday. And we usually have between 2 to 3 games every night at the Vets large softball field. That's over there right by the skate park. So if you guys see that too, you know, we're out there every night. So if you guys do have some questions about that, you know, you guys can feel free to reach out. There's always a recreation, either a scorekeeper out there or an umpire that if you have any concerns, you guys can ask them, and then they can also redirect that to us, the recreation coordinators, or also with Tina or here at the office at the community center. Coming up also, we do have our October events, which is going to be they're a couple of weeks away though, but I mean, to get the ball rolling, we will be having our October 21st, 33rd annual Red Ribbon Run. We're kind of in the planning process right now, but that's going to be the date. Christine, I know you always sign up for those.
Yes, I'm not gonna be
Um,
here that day.
oh.
I saw. I'm so bummed.
Okay, well, maybe we can send some friends over there.
Yeah.
And then right after that, the week after that, we have our Treat Streets event, which is a trick or treat event downtown, and that brings in, you know, from 4,000 to 5,000 people. Streets downtown are pretty packed, and kids are under costumes, kind of getting candy from every business. We get over like 30 organizations that participate in that. And then we also have a Halloween costume contest where we have prizes. And then we also invite our commissioners from the Parks and Rec Commission, and also our ACC, which is the Art and Cultural Commission, and city council members to be judges for that contest. So if you guys would like to be a judge, let me know. So you guys can judge the kids out there. We
I'd
got
be horrible. Everybody's a winner. I think you pick a little person.
yeah, we got like the little kids, like 0 to 5, 5 to 8, you know, 9 to 10, and we got like a family group kind of contest too. So yeah, that's kind of what we're doing in the next couple of next couple of months.
We also do have a costume, I'm not a costume, but a decoration contest for businesses that are businesses that are located downtown. And then another one for any organizations that come out. So if you guys don't want to be the costume, the judge for our littles, you can always do the businesses or the organizations that are down there.
There you go.
Or if you want to be an MC. That's really fun. I did that last year.
Did Herding cats. Okay,
I'll provide the report for, or the review for the Parks
Parks.
Division. The city continues with landscaping contracts that maintain our parks, our sound walls and our basins. And effective July 1st, all of the parks crew, all two of them, moved over to Parks and Recreation along with all of the equipment. So we're a department of our division of parks that have 2 people right now, that we are in search of additional employees to help us with the maintenance of the parks. Our council is asking that our city staff take over those contracts and start maintaining our parks instead of contracting them out. So we're trying to prepare for that change, because we've had the contractors for almost 2 years. In February 2024, it will be 2 years with our contractors.
Just to clarify, so you're saying we have contractors right now that are doing the Parks and Rec work, correct?
The parks maintenance
Got it.
along with the sound walls and basins.
Okay, and then, and you're saying that the city is kind of looking at, let's do this in-house, have city employees manage that as well.
Yes,
Okay, and then that would include the budget. They'd get that. Okay. Gotcha. Perfect. Okay, thank you.
other reports, we recently gave updates on our parks, but just says, I just want to update you guys on landscaping.
all right. Well, shoot. So we're going to the setting of the next regular meeting date at September 26, 2023, 6:30 PM. And I'm gonna make a motion to adjourn at 7:19. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Yay, all those in favor of shutting this meeting down? Aye.
Aye.
Aye, yes, our meeting is adjourned and I appreciate everybody showing up.
Well.
So